Much
Hi.
more.
What does marriage mean to you? How much value do you attach to the society? Young persons today have a careless and nonchalant attitude towards everything. Have you wondered why? Wonder no more. Join me, Elizabeth Sedi, your host on Family and Society Talk Show on Pureheart Family Channel, as we address these pressing matters for a more reliable and dependable society that we all can be proud of. Stay tuned.
Marriage, like they say, has a universal meaning across boards.
Yes.
Do you agree?
It has a universal meaning as long as I'm concerned when I said it is a union that exists between one man and a woman. Maybe we can also look at the issue of one man, maybe traditionally, and of course, many women and all that. Anything short of that, my dear presenter and my dear viewers, my hands are not there. That is the context or the extent I understand what we've been talking about universal. One man and woman for the purpose to make a home, or one man under tradition and many wives. Any other thing short of this, I don't think it's marriage. Can be another thing.
That's according to your
Yes.
according to your faith.
Yes, and of course, according to logical reasoning.
Must everybody get married?
No, it's not a must.
Is it a must?
No. In fact, let me go a little bit in terms of Christian perspective. There's what we call sacraments of religion. You have many of them. You have extreme unction. You have Eucharist. You have baptism, and matrimony is one of them. Though there are some denominations like Anglican that only uphold to baptism and Eucharist because of Jesus he participated. But other people also does not mean that those ones are not sacraments. Now that matrimony does not necessarily mean that it's a must. Yes, God instituted it that you can be happy without getting married. Why not? But
After all, Paul,
they will tell you another sense and all that, like Reverend Fathers and all that. So, provided you are working in accordance with the precepts of God and His ways, and you are happy about it, you are not. There are some people who say they don't want to get married, but they are jealous of you because you are doing well with your husband and your children. Provided those things will not come, why not? But I think if you ask me to advise as a priest and of course as a lawyer, I think marriage is a beautiful thing. But if you know,
I would agree with you.
it's a very beautiful thing, but it's not a must. For example, if you say you don't, that you will not make heaven if you don't marry, that's not only a fallacy, but it's falsity. It is an argument that has no basis and foundation. And can never be fueled. That's just anybody who says that with no apologies, even if it's a pope or a bishop or who say if you don't get married, go to hell, that is a falsity. It's unbiblical, it's untheological, and it's unlegal.
Right. Is marriage a criteria to success and happiness?
Not necessarily that is a criteria, but I haven't tested both. What I mean when I was a bachelor, even you knew when I was a bachelor. Yes, I was practicing. I was doing well.
Yes,
but you agree with me that since I've gotten married, something have changed.
A lot.
Definitely.
Oh, yes.
So I would say it's a criteria, but it can be a stepping stone to a higher dimension, because now it's not only you now, taking decision. You have a partner in the name of wife. Right. You have to seek, and they say 2 good heads, and they're not just 2 heads. But if you have 100 Olodo heads, that kind of heads, it will still give you the negative. So 2 good heads. Honey, what do you think about this? I think you have to do it this way, do it this way. You have known your own before. You have to try her own. You see yourself making more success and all that. So it's not necessarily a criteria for success. There are single people who have succeeded in life.
Very well.
Most of them are which we can't decide to name. But if you indeed say that it's a stepping stone to a higher dimension, I will agree with you. And therefore, that's why I still recommend that people should find their own partners through prayers and through diligence, and you enjoy what I'm enjoying. I don't know whether you enjoy it. And if you are, I don't know whether you enjoy it. Marriage is a beautiful thing. So it's a stepping stone to a higher dimension, not necessarily a criteria for success.
Okay. Outside marriage, what other means can a family be established? Because of course, when we talk family, before we begin to talk family marriage, we have to talk marriage.
Definitely.
So that's why we are talking marriage, right?
Yes.
So outside marriage, is there other criteria where a family can be, where a family can be?
Of course, yes. When you talk about family, it has a broader context. A church is a family. But if you are looking in the context of marriage, I can tell you that a family is completed when a man and a woman, and of course, a child or children. In fact, there's one theologian that says the family is in the shape of triangle. When you draw the triangle, you have the father up there, the mother, and of course the children. However, you can also look at the context of that of extended families, the grandparents and the cousins and all that. So outside marriage, you can say that it's not really possible to establish this kind of family we are talking about. But because even if you say you have cousins who are your family members, those cousins came out of man and woman.
True.
You say you have grandparents. Those grandparents came out of man and woman, which is marriage.
Right.
So after I'm not married, or she's not married, but I have families, they came out. So you can't effectively, satisfactorily, to the reasonability of any man, that you can say family can be established without marriage. However, if you are looking at it in the context of wider angle, just like I said, as a church, as a school, maybe in the society, like now you have Nigerian Bar Association, which I belong, or the Association of Anglican Clergy in Abuja, which I belong, those ones are family, but not necessarily the same blood or whatever. So in that context, family have been established. But once it comes in terms of the issue of blood relation, my dear, marriage is needed for that kind of family. Apart from that, other families also can be established without marriage.
Okay, thank you. Outside having children, creating a family, what else are we supposed to look into,
that marriage gives,
look forward to in marriage?
That's something like advantage of marriage, apart from having children.
Right, outside having children.
And many of them, apart from having children, marriage gives you relaxation of mind. Marriage makes you responsible. Anywhere I want to go, I have to tell somebody, look at where I want to go. You now remember that if you are the one that usually go and you come back by 11 p.m. or 12, you discover that somebody is there. If you are driving and you are the one that drive 120, you remember that you are someone's husband or someone's wife or somebody is responsible.
Right.
It makes everything about you change, how you reason, how you talk. Before you do a step, I remember there's somebody at home. So it changes.
So you put that person into consideration.
People see it as if it's cage. Somebody's controlling you. This is what boys think and this is what girls think. But real men and real women are people who think as I'm telling you. It's the other way around. Why you are doing like a boy? Why must you tell the person?
When you say boys,
yes,
girls,
man.
Meaning
it's not the age.
Not mature.
Of course, why would you tell this man? Since you have gotten married now, you are just caged. Before we just hang out, and this is what boys are talking. Even so, that's why you can also have a man boy. So a 60-year-old boy, a 75-year-old boy, but you can have a 20-year-old man. Because of the mindset of reasoning. This is what marriage brings to somebody. So when you have such, and it's enjoyable, you discover that before we are talking, my wife is already aware, and I know your husband is already aware.
Yes.
That does not make you less a woman, less a man. No, it makes you responsible. And when you have that mindset, there are certain things you do not do. It checkmates you not even to go beyond the line. These are the things. So all these things are the advantages or merits of marriage. When you're not married, you don't enjoy that. Like before, when I'm married, when I'm not married, I'm praying to practice. I can stay one place till 9, 10, 11, 12. Nobody cares. But once it's even 7, I will remember that once it's 7, that I won't take evening meal. So these are the things.
In other words, marriage gives a sense of responsibility.
Responsibility. You also know how to go to limits. Don't just overstep bounds. These are what marriage, of course, makes you. And of course, having children is a beautiful thing. When you see your children going around and all that, you look at yourself. Somebody can call you dad, you answer. Somebody can call you mom, you answer. This is something you cannot enjoy when you're not married.
Okay, talking about that, will it be so wrong for some that intend to marry for companionship, friendship, someone to talk to, but outside children? Will it be so wrong if people get married and they are like, okay, let's just be comfortable together, live together, and they see having children as distraction? Let
me answer this question by posing one funny question. What is the use of eyes when the cake is not there? when the cake is not there, eyes is meaningless.
That's because you see it as cake. Another person may see something else in the marriage as cake, but not children.
No, I'm coming. No, if they would be sincere to themselves, I have done the questionnaire, I've carried out research. You see people that are married without children, they are not happy.
So you think?
Not that I'm thinking. If for example, in Igbo context, I've seen people that they have 6 girls. They are doing everything, especially in Igbo context, that's the Igbo traditional context.
So they want
a male child. They have children. Let them know we don't have. We should be able to be realistic in life. That I've seen some companies say after 5 years, we start having children. You will see that one of them might not necessarily be happy. Take it or you leave it. Believe it or not. Children indeed not only heritage of marriage, but they are source of joy. You see the people desire to be called mommy and daddy. That does not mean that children they are the only thing that bring happiness to home. No, we have talked about other things that brings that, but I think they are the major things. So when you are married, you don't have a child or you don't have children, I don't think that marriage is complete. Your joy will not be complete. If you be able to begin to interview them, I can tell you the joy will not be complete. Just let's be realistic about that.